Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode of the vlog. Today, a little bit rainy, a little bit foggy. We're supposed to be going on the bike, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So we'll see what the training will be. But first, I think it is time to get on the water with Robson. And for recovery week, today is all about sleep. Oh yeah! But first, let's get into the club. Sesh with the lads in the boat today. Now it's time to fuel up. Oh yeah! And we've made it into the crew room on this lovely day after a great session in the 8. Oh yeah! We've got the breaded egg toast. Oh yeah! Great to fuel up after the big session, and great to fuel up during recovery week. Not for any particular reason. But just I thought recovery is key to success. So it's very good to talk about. So let's fuel up because food is fuel. Oh yeah. And we have finished fueling up for this wonderful morning. And now we've got to go out in the pair. Isn't that right, Wilson? Oh yeah. 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 And as you can tell, we're all recovering well during this recovery week, supposedly. And as like I said earlier this morning, sleep is very key to recovery. Not just amount of time, but the quality of your sleep is very, very important, which I'll talk about a bit later. After the session, in the pair. Let's get to it. We have the food for the fueling up, some delicious chicken on the bone, mashed potatoes and a little bit of salad. Might have to double up on the old portions today. Oh yeah, but now there's some in-betweeners as well and some banter with the lads. Oh, of course. Let's get to it. And we've made it outside of the club after a pretty good day of training and actually had a little nap. Convenient, since I'm discussing sleep. So I'll talk about napping as well. So napping, I see, all of this is also sort of my opinion, my experience, not really backed up by any science, just sort of what I have done and looked at and read about. So take it with a pinch of salt, and if you're thinking about taking any of what I'm saying seriously, try and look and see if any of it is good for you, backed up by some sort of science, maybe. But napping, I see napping as topping up kind of what you may have missed, or maybe you're extra tired from a lot of training that you might have had, so napping could be good for that as well. But obviously, a lot of people can't just go, okay, I'm tired in the middle of the day and take a nap. So it is best, I think, to get a full night's worth of sleep. And like I said previously, that can vary from person to person. Some people can somehow manage on, say, 6 hours, and other people can manage, myself included in this one, I try and get almost 9 hours in bed trying to sleep. And I say trying to sleep because you can sit in bed, you can have your phone on, you can have the lights on, you can be distracted and not actually trying to sleep or sleep in that time. And really I could spend 15 hours in bed but really trying to sleep. So lights off, getting the phone off, any other distractions you may have in your room, just get them all away so you can get to sleeping as fast as possible. And so you can actually train yourself, there's some studies that suggest you can train yourself to go into the best type of sleep possible as quickly as possible. Like, so sleeping aids in sort of memory, it aids in obviously recovery, it aids in a lot of different things. And sleep, I think, is one of the biggest, most underrated things people look at. So diet is very, very important. How you're working out is very important. A different type of workouts, the sets you're doing in the weights room, how much you're lifting. But really, sleep, if you don't sleep enough, if you don't get the right amount of sleep, if you don't get the right type of sleep, that can really just affect all of everything. So it means you might not be able to digest properly. It might mean that you can't do the workouts that you wanted to do because you don't have enough energy. It might be that you are struggling with some other reason that could be down to lack of sleep. Like I said, that is just from what I've read, not really 100% backed by science. But napping, topping up, sleeping aids in so many different things and is so important, not just for athletes like myself, but it is so important to everyone, and that's why it gets its own separate episode. And now I'm going to head to the shop and grab some food to top up for, this will be second lunch kind of snack. Usually at this point in time I will go for maybe tortellini and pesto, or sometimes a baguette and pate, but it all depends. You'll see that in the food vlog at some point this week. Still trying to figure out how to film it. But that will be it for today's sleep recovery episode for Recovery Week, Yam Squad. And as always, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and have a good one.